Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make white bread from scratch. Now this recipe has 3 bonuses in it. First, it's an eggless recipe. Second, there's no need for a machine. And third, this recipe, I'm going to show you how to braid bread with it. A 3 braid or a 6 braid or whatever. So let's get started. And before I get started, I just want to thank all my subscribers. Thank you very much. And I hope I get more subscribers by this video. So please, please, please subscribe. And the people who comment, I reply to every single comment I get, and the inboxes as well. So let's get started by this recipe. Okay, the ingredients you're gonna need, and the recipe is gonna be in the description box down below. You're gonna need some all-purpose regular white flour. You're gonna need some dry active yeast, some salt, some sugar as well. You're gonna need some poppy seeds for decoration, and you're gonna need some sesame seeds and coarse salt. You're gonna need some water. Now don't be alarmed by the color of the water. I just used the same measuring cup of flour to use it for water as well. And here I have some butter. So let's get started. Okay, first thing you wanna do is get your flour and put it on your countertop. Just like that. Okay. And what you wanna do is gather it all as it was a mountain. You're gonna make a hole in the middle, just like that, using your fingers. This very small, cute hole. That's the first. Second step you want to do is just take your water, your warm water, the maximum is 110 degrees, and you're just gonna put the sugar and the yeast together into your water, and just take a spoon and stir it all together. And leave it to sit for about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, now after 3 minutes, it's gonna get foamy like that, almost like creamy. I know this sounds weird, but you're gonna see how it goes. Now here in our hole that we made onto the flour, it's gonna add in half the amount of water. And as said, we're gonna knead it by hand. So the water we put in the hole, we're just gonna cover it with more flour, just like that. See? Like that. Then I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna start kneading. I know it's gonna get all around the countertop, but don't worry. Start kneading your dough. All of this is gonna get cleaned up later. So just work your dough like that. Of course, you're gonna need more flour at this point. So gather your dough once again. Now I grabbed this bench scraper to help me along. Like that. Okay, one more hole in the middle, add more water. Okay, just keep on kneading. This looks messy, but trust me, that's better. And we gotta go old-fashioned and knead it by hand, just like our grandmas used to do it. Okay, now as you saw, I kept putting water in the holes that I made each time, and I forgot to mention that I added salt into the hole, and I mixed it all together. Then I made one more time a hole and added the rest of the liquid. Now as you can see here, our dough is still not kneaded enough. And here we have the butter amount, which we're going to add now, but I'm just going to knead it one more time like that. See, the countertop is not messy now as well, because we kneaded it and we got all the amount of flour and water into this piece. So just like that, keep gathering around. Okay, I'm just gonna use half the amount to start out with. The amount of butter. You can replace it with margarine, Crisco, whatever, and keep kneading. It's gonna be a bit difficult to knead at first, but it's gonna go well as you go on kneading. Okay, after I finished kneading, my dough is super soft right now. I just greased my bowl. I put some olive oil as well on the top of the dough. I'm just gonna cover it with a towel, a clean towel, and let this rest in a warm spot for about 1.5 hours, I guess, to 2 hours. It's gonna double in size. Then I'm gonna show you how to braid it. Then we're gonna bake it and see how it comes out. So let this rest for 1.5 to 2 hours, and we're gonna see you then. Okay, now after 1.5 hours, our dough has doubled in size. I'm just gonna take it out of my bowl. First, I gotta flour my surface so it doesn't stick. Take it out. As you can tell, it's very soft now. I'm just gonna divide it into 4 pieces because we're going to make 4 braided bread loaf. Okay, I'm just gonna knead it just for a second. Take all the air out. They should be fairly at the same size, almost. You don't have to measure their weight or something. Just try to be as exact as possible. Okay, now we're making 4 breaded dough. So we have 4 balls of dough. I'm just gonna make each ball of dough into a roll. Now if it springs back like that, it just doesn't want to work. You have to let it rest. Otherwise it's gonna tear and it won't give a good result. So as you can see, it's getting back. Let it rest for about 3 minutes. Cover the dough because you don't want it to dry out with just a regular wet towel, just a bit wet, and let it rest for about 3 minutes, then it will be ready. Okay, now that we have 4 ropes, you gotta pay attention here. We're just gonna take all the ropes, just gonna just flour our surface. Now pay attention, you guys. We're just gonna take 1 rope of dough and put another one like in a straight form and press it all together. Then this one and this one like that. You're gonna have a cross, but you gotta punch that very well so it doesn't like move or something. So what we're gonna do, pay attention, we're just gonna make our hands as if it was in the X, just like that, and take those 2 and do that. Now to the opposite one, we're just gonna X our hands and do that as well. And we're just gonna X our hands once again and do that as well. Keep on Xing your hands and they should get back to where they started. Remember, X, X, X your hands, and get it. Now at the end it's going to be a bit difficult. That's what you got to do. So you got to gather all the dough together and tuck it beneath. And that's our 4 braided dough. That's what it's going to look like. As you can see, very beautiful. Very simple, but you gotta just pay attention a little bit. It's gonna work. Just make it like that. Okay, now our beautiful braided dough, I'm just gonna put it into our greased pan. I'm using a mini pan today. Just gonna put it into the pan. Just like that. I may have to make it a bit smaller, I guess. Okay, just fit it inside your pan like that. As you can see here. Now I have an egg wash here. It's just 1 egg beaten with like a teaspoon of water. I'm just gonna brush it all over. Now I mentioned it's an eggless recipe. Now if you want to go 100% eggless, I'm just gonna use some heavy cream and just brush it all over the top. It's gonna make it shiny and beautiful. Okay. And now I'm just gonna let it proof once more for about half an hour to 40 minutes, I guess. And a warm spot as mentioned. It's gonna actually double in size, and then we'll decorate it before we bake it. Okay, now last but not least, I'm just gonna make it. As you can tell, it has doubled in size, the dough. I'm just gonna egg wash it again. It's gonna give it that golden beautiful color. You don't want to be rough because this is very soft. Okay, I'm just gonna sprinkle some poppy seeds on top. Sesame seeds as well. And a bit of coarse salt. And I'm gonna bake it now. But just one thing I forgot to mention, just 1 second. I have gotten a water spritzer. It just spreads out water. And when it bakes, almost every 10 minutes, I get it, the spritzer, and I spritz the oven, the sides of the oven with this. It's gonna make like a crunchy crust. If you like the bread to be soft, don't do this step, skip this step. But if you like those very, very, like, crunchy crust on top, but the inside is soft, you just gotta do, like, spritz all the oven, the sides of it every 10 minutes, and it's gonna bake in a 350-degree oven for about, I'd say, 30 minutes. Let's get it going, and you'll see the result when it comes.